Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am super excited to showcase Death or Dishonor, which in my personal opinion, I think this is one of the best looking modern day mods on WARNO that is currently available. You guys are going to see a lot of modern day systems. They currently have many of the nations complete, and they do have a cool roadmap, which you guys can always check out. Now, before I get too far into the video, unfortunately, Uncle Sam doesn't pay my bills anymore. So if you guys could support, like, share, subscribe, it definitely makes me very happy. Now, if you have friends who enjoy strategy games, you guys sharing means the world to me. I do enjoy the fan interaction on this channel, so as long as you don't show up on my door, we won't have any problems. Right on, brother. So before I lose myself, this is the Z19 Chinese main battle tank. So it's really cool to see all the modern stuff being put in. Maybe I'll dedicate a day where I just go through the units and kind of talk about them a little bit. You know, they have their own version, the Z19s, which are like their version of the Apache. And it seems like China really likes to copy a lot of countries. So a lot of their stuff will look similar to the Russians. Some of it will look similar to American stuff. Anyway, you guys get the point. There's a lot of really cool modern systems, and I will make a dedicated video going through all the different units. In my opinion, this mod rivals Broken Arrow. There's a lot of things I like about Broken Arrow. There's a lot of things I hate about Broken Arrow. And that's pretty obvious for anybody who's played Broken Arrow. I do like some of the things that Broken Arrow does, but I do think it falls short in many ways that WARNO actually does great at. So one of the biggest things that they're currently working on is on Sweden, and they've been very actively updating all the different units within the Sweden faction. And obviously, you guys see this main battle tank, and I mean, that's freaking awesome. Like, who wouldn't want to be inside of that right now? Like, who wouldn't want to be doing donuts in this, trying to flip it and get your leadership fired? I mean, who wouldn't? I would. Swedish IFVs do look pretty sweet, but I do think that the PBV is probably one of my favorites with the little autocannon that's right here, 20 millimeter. And it's, I don't know how accurate that is, but it's got pretty good range. But they just look so funky. And obviously they don't have a lot of armor, but you have a lot of these with some of the anti-tank missiles do some damage for sure. And they do have drones. A lot of people have been asking for drones in different WARNO mods. Well, they definitely have them. So Wing Lon right here is a Chinese drone. So that's another really fun aspect of this, is that you have drones now that you can actually use within WARNO, which is super fun. So if you guys don't know, this is Death and Dishonor. You can find it on My Little Vices Workshop. Has really good ratings. All you have to do is click subscribe. Alrighty, so let's get started. On Blue 4, it's going to be Ukraine, US, and Sweden. And we actually have the 10th Mountain Division coming in for the USA. You guys can actually see we have our Reapers coming in here for the US. Let's pop down into the street view and see some of the things coming in. Got some Abrams. There you go, some Bradleys. M10 Booker, by the way. Yes, so I don't even know if these things are like actually real. I mean, I know it was in development. I don't know, I thought they scrapped the program. But I guess if it was real, this is what you would be looking at. The M10 Booker. A more mobile version of the M1 Abrams. It definitely has less armor though, so watch out for that. But it's a nice light tank for sure. And we got some little birds coming in here. It's pretty nice. Some pilot action. So you guys know me, how I like to showcase matches. So we have the KA-52 coming in here from the Russian side of things. All right, so let's take a tactical pause real quick, and we're going to take a look at what's going on. So you guys can see here, it's basically a line right there. So we need to take a bare minimum. We need to take Delta, Foxtrot, Echo, Hotel, and Golf in order to win. So here we have the Swedish HKP-9A coming in, and they do have some anti-tank missiles. Like I was telling you guys, the detail on these units from this group is amazing. So you have MiG coming in here. MiG-35 coming in hot, taking out the Mi-24. But it's going to get hunted down by our Gripen. And took 2 shots right there. So I was coming from our Gripen-E fighter right here, AA. Good shot. So this Ka-52 from the Russians has been pushing up, encroaching. Let's see if we have any type of response. Some small arms fire at the Ka-52. It's getting hit pretty hard though. And there you go, an anti-tank run right there. It's a Chinese. But unfortunately they got gunned down. So there's a lot going on here. You're seeing the Russians coming through here on the right side. A straight-up confrontation between the Russians and the Ukrainians. And big hits there. I see some Ukrainian units right there. Taking out some of the infantry fighting vehicles that they came in. Here you go. We got the Terminator coming in. There's the anti-tank missile. So these things are actually pretty gnarly. I mean, it actually looks like a Terminator. If you take a look, the different weapons it has, it does have anti-tank missiles, a 30mm cannon, and it's pretty accurate. And it's got really good armor. So 18 front, 8 side. It's pretty good. A lot better than a Bradley. So you see the territorial defense troops just getting hit pretty hard right now by the Terminator. They're retreating. So bad frontal assault there for sure. And you guys see we are pushing across into Delta. And this was kind of our goal. We did some smoke. You're going to see the little PBV, little troop carriers. Just a Swedish infantry fighting vehicle. Little autocannons. With some helicopter support. So we were rushing these because the Chinese were pushing through this middle area with a lot of tanks. But just check out how beautiful this model looks right there. Got an engagement between us and the Russians. Looks like we got a MLRS shooting off here from either the Russians or the Chinese. Looks like it's the Russians. We have the PLZ-05. So Chinese artillery, mobile artillery, similar to our Paladins. You see counter battery coming in here. We have successfully taken Delta, and we also have kind of gone on the outskirts here, just defending this area. So if they try to come through here or through here, we have some good units set up. So we have the JH-7A coming in, and look how they're flying low. I think this is actually kind of cool. It's an anti-tank unit, got good hit there. So this is actually pretty devastating. He hit multiple things. There goes another one, hitting one of our Swedish tanks. So this guy got a lot, but we did shoot him down with our fighter jet right here. And this is the F-15EX coming in strong with a kill from the US. As you guys can see drones. Here's one of our tanks. And this is one of my favorites. STR V123 main battle tank. Got 22 front, 9 side. And it's a frontal assault tank for sure. This thing could do a lot of damage. So it looks like the Ukrainians were actually able to push back the Russians. There's a intense firefight going on right now between the Ukrainians and Russians right now. I see a pretty intense fight right here. So you have the Russian Terminator going through the woods, and it's getting hit pretty hard by the infantry. Hopefully somebody has an anti-tank route. Thing is still firing away. Look at that. See the Russians coming up in support of their infantry fighting vehicle. So it looks like the Russians got the upper hand there. Territorial defense forces are going to get chewed up by the Russians. Yeah, sad day. Definitely not enough troops there. They're starting to pull back, and then you see this is the B-1 Centauro. Now it's having a direct engagement with the Terminator, which took it out very, very fast. I was very impressed by that. So yeah, these Terminators are definitely not a joke, and the Russians have secured this area here, and they should be able to push in from there. So got artillery coming in. Our poor little IFV is going to get smacked. We do have some tanks out here. More of a defensive stance. But you guys see the artillery coming off. Right there from the Chinese. So let's see where they're shooting. You see a Russian infantry unit take shots at our Swedish tank. So that's actually the Terminator that's firing at our Swedish tank here. There you go, nice side shot, taking out the Terminator there. And then you have the Concourse getting a nice side hit on our Swedish tank. And it looks like it's going to get finished off unless we pop smoke. There you go, we pop smoke just in time. There you go. You could have some infantry coming in here, taking out the anti-tank team. Hopefully this Russian anti-tank team gets shot at, because they just did a lot of damage to our tank. There it is, getting shot at from the wood line. You got some heavy fire there too. This is the ZSL-92 from the Chinese. Just got schwacked. Then you have the ZSL. Man, it is not fun saying these names. I'm not gonna lie. The Chinese vehicle names are very boring. It's a cool little vehicle though. It's a cool gun. The automatic turret right there. This thing could definitely eat through infantry for sure. So the enemy has not been able to get through this area, so I think we're doing our job pretty good. And it looks like the Russians and Ukrainians kind of have a stalemate over there. And so we're actually going to get to see the F-35C. Looks gorgeous. Look at that. Speaking of gorgeous, is the J-35 coming in here. You see the Chinese letters on it. I'm not sure what it says. Open base, so it looks like it dropped the bomb. So we only have a few minutes left. Trying to showcase whatever I can. We have the Gripen-E coming in. Firing off the Maverick. It looks like we have some nice AA coming in there. It's HQ-17 from the Chinese. So we have a Z19 right here that's in trouble, getting shot at. And it looks like they're going to be retreating, and they got shot down by a RAA. That looks pretty cool. So you guys are going to see the Archer in action. Got two systems right here. You guys can see the front of the vehicle. Looks really interesting too. It's very narrow. I think you can only fit maybe one driver in there. Let me know what you guys know about it. But this is a very popular system that even the Ukrainians have used. It's all automatic. And I mean, look how massive that gun is. We're also seeing the Bogdana systems from the Ukrainians. And this is actually a domestic system that the Ukrainians actually produce at home. And they can do it on many different truck chassis as well. And you guys are seeing a pretty cool AA system right here from Ukraine as well. So this is the Kraz Skynex 35mm 280 rounds. It can intercept missiles, and it's really good for taking out drones. Very, very high rate, fire rate. Thank you so much, guys, for coming out and spending your valuable time on this channel. If you guys even make it past the 5-minute mark, I applaud you. Bravo. And thank you for sticking around and being good supporters. As you guys know, we recently hit over 2K subscribers, and I'm really just proud of that. It's been a lot of work, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to growing this channel with you guys and just becoming a brotherhood. I love engaging in conversations with you guys, so if you guys get anything out of this, please do subscribe, share, and comment. And if you guys want to see something more specific down the road, just let me know. So I hope you guys have a great weekend and take care.